like Malcolm X. Rhythm gang flex. Rhythm squad. Rhythm gang motherfucker.
What's going on, guys? It is your boy Danny Pass here, the host with not the mostest. To my left, I got my boy Andy Honcho, have 48, aka 24, but really, I'm gonna start putting respect on their names because I feel disrespectful every time. Andy Honcho, have 48, but really he's part of the 8. 40 is Shorty 40, Jason Chase, and returning on our segment, we got Thicc Boy with a Y. For the people that keep spelling it with an I.
Yeah.
Just some motherfucking respect on the name.
Please spell it with a Y.
Dude, you know what's funny? I think I honestly blame Wooly
me
for
too.
making the song
Me too.
Thicc Boy with an I.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? Before that song came out, I was already going by Thicc Boy. So I want to clear that up too, because when I first
claim the
changed
royalties.
But I do. It is spelled totally different. I'm not saying he fucking stole that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he had no idea who I was, but people were saying that I stole it. Like I took that from that song, and I was like, no, absolutely not. That is not what happened.
Shit, put a copyright claim on it.
Yeah, right.
Get your bag.
I probably should.
I'm kidding. Wooly, if you see this for some fucking reason, don't be mad.
I'm not
going
gonna sue you. I'm just saying I did it first. I didn't steal it from the song.
So for the people that misconceptualize. So, how have you been since last time we've had you on fucking season 1? How many months ago?
A while.
Yeah.
Chilling.
We upgraded compared to last time.
Yes.
We got some lights and some better cameras.
It's a dope setup now. It was cool before, but it's even better now.
Bro, a webcam recording in like 140p was not cool. I'm sorry.
It was
It was
It was mediocre. What the fuck are you talking about?
It was cool. I mean, shit. It was the only thing I can cuss, right?
Fuck it.
Okay. It was the
Big
only
shit
thing.
beat.
Yeah. It was the only thing like that though. Like doing actual like interview style, podcast style talks. I thought that was really cool. So regardless of the 140p, who cares?
Hey, we
y'all
gotta start
upgraded
somewhere.
it.
We gotta start somewhere. Gotta start somewhere. All right, so let's get to know you. Where are you from? How you been? Even though we already asked this, I'm just kidding. I'm just bullshitting at this point. So what have you been up to since we last have you?
I mean, COVID, man. We're finally getting through it, you know. So I think like a lot of the shit that we talked about in the first one is still like partially relevant because it's like that's what we were living up until like right now. So I mean, my computer crashed not that long ago, which sucked. So I haven't been making music for like a week and a half. But I have a new laptop I'm getting next week. So
What you get?
I'm getting the Razer Blade.
Yes.
Yeah, gaming PC laptop. Everybody keeps telling me to build a PC. I'm like, I know, but I don't have $5,000 right now. So
Okay,
I'm just gonna give me a laptop and
I think. Well, it depends. I think with the laptop you got, I'll look at the specs later. But it might be on par. It'd be enough to get you where you need to. It's also situational.
Yeah,
like
that's
if you take your your rig wherever you go and you're always on the go, it's better to have a laptop.
facts. Yeah,
But I mean, if it was more of a stationary thing where you're just at home, it probably would have been better to at least get a pre-built.
yeah. I don't have the space right now either. Once I get like either a bigger 2-bedroom apartment or like if we move into a house, then I'll definitely have a room dedicated and like build a PC.
Hell yeah! You'd be surprised how, because I know people are gonna be like, "Oh, you bought a pre-built. You don't know." What like, I've done my research. What I was gonna get in terms of like, because I got a pre-built PC,
Hell yeah.
and it's like everything I wanted in terms of like the components of it, it was like already pre-built, and it was like roughly around the same price, and I didn't have to worry about fucking everything up. And
Yeah,
butchering everything.
facts. Like trying to, and I know nothing about that. Like I was a CIS major in college when I went for 2 years, but that doesn't mean I know how to fucking build a PC. Like, so I mean, it's a lot. It's definitely scary. Shout out Flog too. He this girl named Shannon here that works at Geek Squad. So when my laptop crashed, shout out Shan if you're watching this, but she hooked it up. She got it fixed, at least to the point where like I have access to all my files. So once I get this new laptop, all I got to do is just port everything over, and I'll be fine. So.
Bro, it's gonna be a nightmare.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh, it's. Hey, look, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm pretty sad because it's like I feel like I was getting to a point producing where I like had a lot of ideas and I was really ready to just like sit down and really produce a ton, and now it's like, fuck, I gotta wait another. But I feel like also it's a good thing because it's making me more like anxious to get back into it. It's like
100%.
as soon as I get this laptop, I'm gonna spend like 2 days getting all my shit ready to go and then just working.
I feel like another topic to go off of that is that with the laptop you were using before and now specking up to the laptop you're getting right now, the workflow you can have in terms of like productivity.
Yeah, and because I was using like a 5-year-old shitty Lenovo that was supposed to be just like my college note-taking laptop. It was never built to produce. Like it's not what it was meant to be used for. And so like now getting this new I was like, because I've never bought Serum because I was just like, I'm fine with what I have. But now that I know I'm going to have those updated specs, I'm like, okay, I'll fuck around and buy Serum now. Like I'll get some more plugins because I know it's all going to work. And like,
I'll tell you right now, wait on Serum. Vital.
Oh, bro, I already have Vital. Vital goes hard. But see, okay, that's another one. I'm so excited to use Vital more because when I would load Vital into my FL Studios on my old laptop, it wouldn't work. It would crackle, all this. So, like, if I wanted to use Vital, I had to open a new project, make a sound, and, like, send it over. I'm like, it's fucking ass. I'm not trying to do that.
You know what's funny, though? In terms of, like, how much CPU usage or whatever, power usage, Serum is a lot more intense on a computer, and it requires a lot more than Vital.
For
Vital
sure. I mean,
runs a lot more efficiently.
Anything is gonna kill the CPU of that old laptop I had. I could barely, like, if I got, because when I'm making a song, I make pretty much all my sounds from scratch. So I'm going, like 30 instances of Massive running all at the same time in the same project. My computer did not work, bro. It's like, what are you doing?
Does it sound like a 5-year-old PS4?
Yes, man. Fans going crazy. CPU's at like 99. If you press play, it just goes like. I'm like, fuck. And then people on Twitter are like, oh, just produce an audio. I'm like, okay, but then if you want to change the way something sounds, I gotta like delete this audio file, open up the Massive again, get the sound again, export it to audio again, change it. I'm like, no, it's way too much fucking work. I'm gonna just get a new laptop.
See, whenever people were saying producing audio, I thought it meant like the program they're using. I didn't know it was like instead of using like a MIDI kind of thing.
I feel like there is a DAW that has something with audio in the name, maybe too. I don't know. I could be totally wrong. I really only know FL and then Ableton, but I've never tried any other DAWs besides FL. But no, like when somebody says like, hey, you should try doing like a project in audio. So in Ableton, it's really easy. You can just freeze your audio after you're doing something, then you can unfreeze it, make changes, freeze it again.
Yeah.
I don't think you can do that in FL Studios. So
if you could, it's
you have
just
to
like some weird like key configuration.
Right, you have to like export the whole track as stems and then open the stems again in another project. That's now you're working with the audio files.
Can't you record it?
Yeah, you can do that too, but then you still got to leave the instance of, you got to leave whatever you had open after you record it, so you,
in case you got it modified.
now you're still taking that CPU up with whatever that thing is because it's open still anyway. Yeah, so it's like if you want to work just purely in audio, you got to delete all your everything else and just have the audio files, and it's so hard to work like that. So, it takes way too much time.
So for you use Massive, right?
Yeah.
Is that like I guess a way for synths?
Yeah,
like
it's a synth. Yeah, it's a pretty powerful synth too, and it's actually pretty slept on. I remember I sent a tune to Gardella one time, and he's like, "You made this in Massive?" I'm like, yeah, because people don't use it, but I feel like I'm so comfortable in it now. That's why I never bought Serum, because I've been using Massive for so long. It's like, oh, if I want it to sound like this, I can probably figure it out on this synth that I already have. So I'm not gonna go like buy something else, but.
Right. So, because like how I'm trying to say it is, because like with Ableton, what you can do is like, let's say you load up Vital, you make your synth, or Serum, you make your synth. Just save the patch, record it in audio, and then you have that.
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
So
oh yeah, totally.
Okay.
I could totally save the patch, but that's the thing, bro. It's like once I have my workflow going, I don't. It takes. It's too much. Yeah, it's too much added time for me if I say, okay, I want this sound a little more growlier. But then I gotta delete the audio I have for it, open Massive, open that patch up again, then change it, then export it to audio again, then delete the plugin again. I'm like, it's just too many steps. I just want the shit to work. So it's like.
So for the people that don't know what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to convince them to switch over to Ableton because
Trust me, he's not the first either. I don't know. I love FL. When I first started producing, my homie had FL, so I got FL, and he taught me how to produce. And
plus,
so
it's what you feel most comfortable with.
Yeah, exactly. There's such a learning curve with all DAWs, so I'm skeptical of getting another one because I don't want to have to go through the workflow process of learning how to use it. You know what I mean?
But I feel like whatever you learn from like let's say what you learn in FL, you can transfer it over to Ableton, but it's just
Yeah, for
different
sure.
locations,
It's the
different
it's the ins and outs of the DAW, because that's my one thing about FL is I know exactly what I'm doing in FL. If I need to change something or adjust a setting or something like that, I know where all that is. I don't want to have to go through like watching YouTube videos again when I can't figure something out. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
It's not even that. It's also like, well, that too, but also having to memorize, I guess, like the plugins. Like, what's the equivalent for, let's say, what is it on your like Fruity Mixer or whatever?
Yeah, or like Fruity Reverb and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know it's still just reverb if you open up an Ableton Reverb plugin. You know what
But
I'm
you're just
saying?
so used to typing it out.
Yeah,
and
I'm
like
just
you
so
just have
used
it
to,
like
yeah,
under,
and I know how they all look. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, it's just a totally different thing to try to switch DAWs. I mean, I'm sure one day if I keep doing this for long enough, eventually I'll probably pick up another DAW.
Yeah.
But I just don't feel like I need to right now. So it's not.
Yeah, it's not nice to know 2 DAWs.
Yeah, true. I know a lot of people do know two, or even more. Shit, I know
Yeah,
some people that
for
know
sure.
4 or 5 DAWs. Where I'm just like, okay.
I feel like at that point, at that point you just know that many just because of like collabs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or just you've been producing for so long, or that's all that you do, so you have the time to be like, all right, I'm gonna just learn this other shit today and see what this is like.
What about you, Andy? You've been quiet over here, bro.
What about me?
Over here talking about production. He's like,
Hey, I'm not there yet. I'm working on it.
We're gonna get them. I'm gonna get them
I'm
going.
working on the edit right now, so
oh,
yeah.
oh, Thicc Boy edits over here.
Yeah, you know.
Thicc Boy edits. That's
You
what I
know.
did there.
I'm dead.
Yeah, tell us about your recent releases.
Yeah, so I
You've
just
been
dropped.
pumping out release after release,
Man,
bro.
I
Since
just
last time we had you.
there's a lot more coming too. So like it's mostly been mixes during COVID because there's been a lot of streams and like I've just been at home, so I mix a lot. So if I do something cool, like if I make a mix that's kind of cool, I'll just post it. I have like 2 or 3 up on my SoundCloud right now. And then I just dropped a collab with the homie Smile. I played that at the show last night.
That was
It's
nice.
if you like Halo, go check it out. I'll send you a link. You can put it in the little description or whatever.
Link
but-
in the description below.
Yeah. Yeah. We took a bunch of samples from Halo. I actually took like my own samples from Halo, and then I sent it to Smile, and he sent me back this crazy like trappy the thing that I ended up playing. It still got a whole bunch of my sound and shit in it. And then we were gonna bounce it back and forth a couple times, or maybe even like I was gonna do a version and he was gonna do a version, and then we were gonna try to push it to a label and do like a 2-part EP. But then when the whole fucking computer crash happened, that was one of the files that I couldn't recover. So I just told him, I was like, if we just want to drop this, let's just do it. So we dropped it. That's out now on Smile SoundCloud. And then what I'm doing now going forward, so that song dropped this month. What is it, March? I don't even know what month it is.
Yeah, it's like the last week of March, about to be April.
Yeah, so then going forward for the rest of this year, I'm going to do 1 original a month on my SoundCloud.
Oh, yeah.
So it'll probably be the 3rd week of each month I'll drop an original track. Hopefully like with some visuals and stuff like that. So
Oh, yeah.
This man gets a new laptop. He's like, I'm ready, bro.
well,
Let's
and
get
I
this
got
shit going.
I mean y'all have seen me play streams and shows and all that. So I mean I'm sitting on like 12 IDs at least that I think I could like post, that I think are good enough that I could like post them. And I mean I have more shit that I'm working on too. So it's just
Yeah.
I'm to a point where I'm like I'm not going to keep just waiting for that next label release. I'm like I'm sitting on all these tunes. I'm
Right.
just gonna start dropping them. So
Exactly.
that's where we're at right now.
Do you think that's like one of the pros of like, I guess, freeform bass? Is that you can never kind of like burn yourself out because you kind of just have endless like possible like amounts of like creative like options. Hold on.
Yeah, no. That's
I'm trying- no, I'm
it's
trying to find-
actually
I'm
it's
trying
a
to
really
find a way to
good.
say
I don't
this.
know if I've thought about it that way either.
Because with dubstep and rhythm, there's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
Because everything's kind of just like fitting into like the same construction.
Yeah.
Or like same sound, but like with freeform bass, you can just do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. And I think another way that I like to look at it is like I feel like I don't know what to call it, so I just call it my generation of bass producers, because I feel like obviously there's levels to this shit. So you got like your headliners, and then you got your like direct support type people, and then the people, it goes down and down and down. So like in the underground, where I think me and a lot of the homies are, like I think there's also not as many one genre producers anymore. Because like we have so many influences in left field bass too, like that make totally different kinds of music.
Yeah.
So you got like Liquid Stranger, Immersive, like all the way to people like Chi and G Jones and E-Prom. So it's like there's so many different influences, and I think people, like you say, we just make whatever the fuck we want. Right. So it's like, yeah, I feel like it lends itself to people having a lot of music, because anything you feel like you want to make, I mean that's how I am, at least. If I'm feeling like making something heavy today, I'll fucking do that.
Yeah.
If I want to make some shit that makes no sense, I'll do that sometimes too. So it's just like we kind of bounce all over the place. And I mean, yeah, I think that does lend itself to like people having a good library of different types of music and shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you think there's like a really like pros and cons when it comes to like I guess people that kind of like trap themselves in like one genre bubbles, or not really?
I think it depends on the person. Cause like for me personally, I know I wouldn't want to, cause I don't like one thing. I feel like in music well enough.
Go.
One thing well enough to say like this is all I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Like I love deep dub and I make a lot of deep dub, but I don't want to only make deep dub. Like, pardon the interruption. No one's breaking in. It's all right.
It's okay.
Coco.
We're all good.
I don't know. I've never wanted to put myself in that box of being a one genre producer, but I know there are people who like all they listen to is house. Or all they listen to is rhythm, and so like if that guy, I'm saying, so like if those if those people just want to make rhythm, I don't necessarily think there's anything wrong with that, because I mean you could still see like, oh, I can never think of the dude's name, but he always posts those videos on Twitter where it's like him at his computer and he's like going along with the music.
Yeah,
yeah, bro, because that dude will drop like 2 of those a week to the point where sometimes I'm like, fuck, bro, this dude is just cranking out bangers. So you can make one genre and still fucking have 50 tunes sitting in your, you know what I'm saying, in your arsenal. It just depends on each person.
Yeah.
I feel like it comes more of like I guess the con side from like I guess the people that support you, just because like since they're so used to seeing you put out like one specific genre, as soon as you try to do something different,
People
like,
shit on people. Getter, bro, perfect example is Getter. I mean, and honestly I fuck with Getter's newer shit even more than like I did with some of Getter's old stuff, but it sucks. I mean, like, people fucking went in on that dude.
Hey, okay, so was it in Houston? Houston, I'm never gonna forgive you guys.
Yeah, I think it was Houston. I was pretty pissed about that too, because like I don't give a fuck what anybody. I mean, unless you suck, okay. And that's not me trying to be a dick, but I'm like, if you're up there shitting the bed and they boo you off stage, I'm fine with that. But if you're playing a good set and they just don't like the music that you're playing, fuck you, bro. Yeah. What do you mean? You came to see him. He didn't like. Yeah, what do you mean? He doesn't have to play what you want to hear. Like, what the fuck? People are soft, man, and I think people will take any opportunity to be mad at somebody else. So it's like...
Also, I think it's just Houston, bro. Because I think 12 Planet, he played down there, like, this past weekend. 12 Planet, the fucking Don, the dubstep Don. Tell me why somebody throws a drink at him.
What?
The fucking OG Don, bro.
Houston's crazy.
Houston. I've been to Houston once. I went to a festival in Houston, but not like a show. Festivals are always different. I feel like everybody's on good vibes.
I went to a show in Houston. No.
I haven't been to one.
Wasn't that one with the AC was broken in that one?
Was it Grand Fest?
Yeah, Grand Fest.
Bro, that it was hot as fuck in that thing. You had Murata, I think Heckler, and I can't remember who else, but basically just heavy hitters in terms of like dubstep, just playing just heavy ass tunes the entire night. Yeah. As soon as you walk in, there's like 100+ degrees in there.
Jesus, and there's all these people.
And it's like
sweaty.
We think it's gonna be a little chilly when.
Yeah, right.
And I'm talking about we got long sleeves on, pants on, and we walk in there, we're like, whoa,
shit.
It's like nah,
shirts off, pants off.
I'm dead,
bro. I felt like it was so bad that wherever you walked, like the floor was just slippery just because of the sweat.
Oh, There was one genre in St. Louis.
Am I lying?
And I feel like I can't remember the name of this club either. It was a shitty club. I think it got blacklisted too. Like somebody got a gun. Some DJ got a gun pulled on them and then like said something about it. So now people don't play at that club anymore. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Don't fact check me. But I feel like I remember seeing that and I was like, oh shit. Okay, like that place sucked. Good for them. So I had this Supreme shirt and I was going. It was fucking the What the Fuck tour, Hero Bust. Yes. And so I was like, I'm just going to go. It was right after the first festival I ever went to. I was like, I'm just going to go by myself, whatever. And I had on this Supreme shirt, and the floor, bro, literally sticky with alcohol. Like, people had been... This was in St. Louis, when I still lived in St. Louis. I mean, ice, like, full drinks, just all over the floor. So at one point, like, people were moshing, and I, like, went to get in there, fucking slipped, busted my ass, straight from my feet to my back. Like, didn't hit my ass, nothing. Just boom! And then I was like... Fuck, I got this Supreme shirt on. It's white. I go home. The whole back of it is just like black from all the nasty shit on the floor. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I was pissed.
So in conclusion, venues, make sure your AC works.
Yeah, clean your floors.
Don't spill your drinks.
Don't let people sweat and drinks be all over the floor. It's nasty.
See, that's why I like outdoor like events.
Facts,
just because usually it's on gravel or like concrete.
Facts, bro.
Yeah. It is not even just because of like the state that we're in. It's just... It's a lot more convenient.
Agreed.
And better. Because I remember...
I'm dead. Y'all didn't see that, but that's funny.
Because I remember before, I think everything shut down. I remember for the Green Elephant at least, just because that's where we have like all the shows now. I remember the main stage, like everybody just being on the inside. I guess it was just 'cause,
Yeah,
better audio, everybody's in there.
I went to Dirty Snatcha at Green Elephant. That was my first show ever at Green Elephant. That was right before COVID, and the main stage was inside. Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked outside better, honestly.
I don't remember when they changed it to where they started doing the outside. But
Oh, really?
Probably COVID, yeah. I'm like when they started doing.
I swear it was before COVID. It was like right before COVID. that
No,
they-
you know what? You know what switched it? Literally Grindfest here in Dallas, when every fucking local that got put on the outside stage that wasn't the main stage turned it into the main stage. Everybody went fucking off that night. I remember at one point it felt like the outside stage was more packed than the people that were like
Fuck
headlining the show.
That's lit.
But then COVID happened and it was like, well,
Now we gotta go outside.
yeah. And hopefully it stays like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like it allows for more
like
production to go through.
Yeah, for sure. The outside space at Green Elephant's my favorite venue here. I've only been to like 3 here: Stereo Live, Lizard, and Green Elephant.
Rip Lizard.
Yeah, R.I.P. Lizard Lounge. I got punched in the face there. I hate Lizard Lounge. Twice, bro.
what?
In one night, twice, bro. I'll tell the first story. The second story, if you follow me on Twitter and we're around like after Wakan Fest, you already know what happened, but I'm not going to put that story on the internet. That one's that one's rough, bro. So the first one, I'm at G-Space, and I fucking love G-Space. It was a weird fucking set this night. This dude is like on the stage, fucked up, not G-Space, some random dude is on the stage, fucked up, like kicking people's drinks that have them set up on the stage, like kicking them at people. So all these people are looking at him. I was trying so hard, bro, to ignore it because I didn't want to be the one to say something. So this dude walks over right in front of me, leans down and goes, "What are you gonna do?" And I was like, wrong one, bro. I just grabbed him by his collar like this and threw him back into the crowd and then like went back to watching the show. So this pussy ass dude runs around the crowd, does that like 3rd grade ass shit where he like came up when I wasn't facing him, tapped me on the shoulder and just boom, fucking decks me right in the face and run out. So I'm fast. Like for my size, bro, I was a pass rush defensive end. I weigh 250 pounds, but I can move. So I'm chasing this dude out of this venue. I get out of the crowd. He busts out the door. I'm 2 steps behind him, bro. I'm telling you, when we got outside, I would have caught him and I'd have fucked him up. A cop sees him run out the door and just grabs him. And then right behind him is me running full speed, and the cop's like, "What did you do?" I was so dead, bro. I was like, yeah, I'm bleeding. Like, this dude punched me in the face. So the cop sees me and is like, "Oh, what the fuck did you do?" And the cop was like, "Do you want to press charges or what do you want to do?" And I was like, if he doesn't come back inside, I'm chilling. So I just went back inside. I was like, whatever, bro. I don't like the police anyway. I don't want to talk to you, but like, fuck, bros. And then yeah, the second one was a whole mess. Yeah.
I'd have been like, give me 5 minutes. That's all I need is 5 minutes.
I just wasn't about to press charges because then I'm going to miss the show. I got to talk to these cops. I'm like, whatever, just send him home or whatever you're going to do, and I'm going to go back in here. But I'm so glad they caught him because I would have went to jail if I'd have caught him before they did. So
That's rough.
Jesus.
Man.
So, I feel like, okay, so what are your opinions on like people that like constantly get booked over and over again?
On what
Like
level?
on a local level.
On a local level. Now that I don't really mind because I guess it depends who's doing it, right? Because at the local level, I feel like when I go to a local show, would prefer to see, like, if you book a headliner, I want to see 1 or 2 locals. And, like, if you got guys here that play on a rotate, like, that's us, bro. I'm like, if we play on a rotation like that, I want to see you. You know what I'm saying? When I go see a show. So I don't think that anybody on the local, like, I don't think the local level, I really have an issue with that, with guys, like, playing, especially at the same spot. I'm like, Ham plays, we play there. So, like, if they have a show and there's openers and they're looking for locals, I'm going to assume it's going to be one of us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't really fuck with, like, on the higher level when you go to a festival and it's like the same 6 DJs at every festival. Or then someone's like, who should headline this year? And people tweet the same headliners as last year. I'm just like, what the fuck? Y'all don't want to see somebody else this time? Like, we want to...
I feel like they just don't listen to anybody other than like the main headline.
I mean, Excision is lit, don't get me wrong, but if I go to 4 festivals and Excision is headlining all 4 festivals, I'm like, I'm over it at that point. Like, I'm just going to go watch somebody else.
I feel like, because you know how some festivals are, probably going to happen like later this year?
Yeah, for
and
sure.
it's the same ones as, years before, before COVID happened. For me personally, I think people don't really understand that those people were booked before everything got shut down.
Yeah, and that's true. That's very true. A lot of those lineups, they're keeping them as close to the same as possible. You know what I mean? I don't.
Yeah.
Or
That's what I
either
would
that
try
or they
to do
signed a
too.
contract. Where
Yeah,
they're, like,
exactly
still
right.
on it.
You have to. You're on that festival. It doesn't matter, right? It's the same thing with the tickets. Like if you bought a ticket, you still get to go.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know. I'm really iffy on festivals because I feel like the government was just like, fuck it, like we're good now.
Oh, yeah.
Some vaccines happened, so like it's just open. And then there were a few festivals that were just like, yes, let's go. Let's throw a festival somewhere where it's open. Let's do it. And just threw a festival. And I'm like, that's great and all, but I don't know. I won't be going until it's like, at least more accessible to get a vaccine. Because even here, you still got to be old or essential to get a
No.
vaccine.
I thought here, like, as of tomorrow, actually, the 29th, I thought it was just open to...
If it's tomorrow, then it's tomorrow. But you know what I'm saying? Like, if I can't, if I'm not vaccinated, I don't want to be around a bunch of people that aren't vaccinated. And even once I am, I had COVID twice, bro. That shit sucks.
How the fuck
I'm
you
not
get
trying
that
to
shit
get that shit. I had COVID before it was cool, bro. Like December. Look, bro. I'm keeping it 100. December 2019, I had COVID, and me and Brenton were both sick. Bad, like for 2 or 3 weeks where we were like, what the fuck, are we gonna
You go to
die?
LAN?
Like, what is happening? We didn't know what to do. COVID, no one was talking about COVID yet.
Did you go to LAN?
No, we didn't go to LAN.
Did you get sick after LAN?
Yeah.
I was sick, bro. I'm talking 3 weeks. I was out like bad.
Because I don't know what the fuck it was, but I couldn't even go to work one day because I was just so...
Man,
fucking sick.
and then the news that started coming out talking about like COVID popping off in all these countries, and me and Brian were just like, oh shit, we had fucking COVID? That's what that was? And then, yeah, we got it again in January. That shit sucked. I don't want that shit again.
I went to the doctor and they were like, yeah, we're not really sure what this
Pneumonia, right, or the
They were
flu.
like-
We didn't even go to the doctor.
they're
I was
like-
just like, I'll get better.
They're like, it looks like the flu,
But it's
but
not,
it's
the,
not
flu,
the flu.
but it looks like it.
And I'm like, so what is it?
Oh shit!
Look, I'm not
man.
gonna lie. I thought
It's a
I thought I got the
respiratory
whoop
thing.
flu for a second.
The whoop
I was like, all right, I'll just take,
and I mean,
more
after
vitamins.
LAN, that's what I would have thought too. I'd have been like, damn, like this is the longest wook flu having, bro. I'm going on 3 weeks talking about shit.
The fuck they put in my shit,
Man.
Didn't take my fucking Flintstone gummies.
I do not want to get that shit again. So I'm like, I don't know. I just don't want to go to a festival where it's like, and because you know how it is at a festival, bro. It's not, even if there's distancing, how the fuck do you enforce that with 15, 20, 30, 40,000
Right.
people?
Is
You know what I'm
it
saying?
honestly-
They could barely enforce it for a couple hundred.
I'm saying, so like people are going to be
Everybody's
all
gonna go
over.
see each other.
And I don't want somebody breathing on my neck if I don't know if that motherfucker's vaccinated. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
Okay, so for me now, it's like I'm so used to like these limited capacity shows having my space.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss that.
yeah.
I'm
When
gonna
I was
miss that.
sitting down
I'll
at
be
the show
pissed.
last night, I'm like, this is great. I kind of miss streams where I could just sit on my couch and fucking watch a show. It's
Yeah.
not the same with the bass, but I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm
You're
gonna
just fucked
feel
up at
about
your
a
own
festival.
house.
Yeah, I'm chilling. Are you telling me I gotta walk 5 feet to go to sleep? Okay,
Get
that's
as
lit.
fucked up as you want. Drink
Yeah.
however many Trulies you need.
Trulies. I love Trulies. Shout out Trulies. Lemonade.
I just brought it. I brought a pack.
Sponsor? No, it's not a sponsor. I don't think you can say that.
We'll beat that.
Shit, if you want one, there's some over there. I brought a
We'll
couple.
cut that. We'll cut that part out. Y'all should pick up a fucking Truly sponsor, bro. Hit them up. If you could have them sitting on the table, that'd be lit.
I think I'd be the main reason for it. Every show you see me at Truly. Every pregame
He
show.
goes
Truly.
through a whole case through the show.
Yeah, right. He's just putting them down. They're like, he's committed.
Yeah.
I mean, I might constantly go and like take a piss every 5 minutes. But that's
I'm dead.
if it gives me the sponsorship, it's worth it.
I like those things. I didn't think I was always like, nah, on a seltzer. I'm like, I'm a grown ass man. I don't want a seltzer. Give me a beer. So, but then I like, yeah, like what the fuck? I love lemonade though. Like lemonade is my favorite drink on the planet. So we were at Target or some shit, and Brighton saw they were like lemonade, like strawberry lemonade, black cherry. I was like, all right, I'll try it. And then I was like, holy shit, this is so gas, bro. I was like, damn it, I'm not supposed to like this.
No, you know what does fuck you up though? If you mix it with vodka.
Nope.
I promise
Nope.
you, 3 will have you on your ass.
I
Don't
don't-
ask me how I know it's 3 because I pushed it to the limits and I found out it was 3.
I can't drink like that, man. I just can't drink like that anymore. I used to drink, but I can't drink like that anymore. I'd rather just smoke. I'm chilling.
Potheads, bro.
What's wrong with that?
Oh shit, I forgot.
Yeah.
I'm about to get
Danny,
jumped.
You're outnumbered.
I'm good.
You got any shows coming up or?
So no, actually, what are your thoughts on shows now as opposed to before?
So okay, yeah, because I had a very strong stance on like y'all. I mean, y'all remember I was just like, fuck it, don't do it unless you're gonna do masks and distance enforced, and like don't just say you're gonna do that. You know what I'm saying?
Actually enforce it.
Actually make sure people have their masks on. You know what I'm saying? Actually make sure the whole crowd is not fucking moshing and shit. But now it's to a point where like, I don't know. I don't want to be too political. Like, I'm super anti-government. I'm not even, like, anti-one or the other. I just fucking don't like the government. So, when the government says, let's just fucking open everything back up, I'm like, you're stupid. You got me fucked up. But everybody else is just like, fuck it. Let's party. Let's have shows. Like, Florida, bro, is going stupid right now. AT Aliens played a show in Florida. I'm talking
I saw that.
deep, son. Like,
It looked like nothing. It looked
Bro,
like nothing happened.
Like nothing happened. Not a mask in sight, bro. Them motherfuckers were out there going stupid. So I feel like now that we're at that point, it's if the government is saying fuck it, everybody's just gonna say fuck it.
Oh yeah.
So
There's no stopping it now.
Yeah, I'm to a point now where it's like Dallas is open. Dallas is open. There's no restrictions anymore. So like I definitely really appreciate that Ham, even for that show last night, still didn't do 100% capacity and like still did a pretty decent job of making sure people had masks on. Like I mean, I definitely don't think it was as enforced as it was 3 months ago, but there were still a majority of the people there wearing their mask most of the time.
It also depends on the crowd. If you have people that are
true.
ignorant,
There are some
then-
people that don't care, and there's some people that do. Right. But I just think we're at a point now where too many people are just ready to go back to how things were, where you can't. It doesn't matter if my stance is no, we shouldn't do that, because like if I want to play a show, it's just going to be open now. So it's like you're just going to play that show. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like
it's kind of.
It also falls on like the promotion company because they have the ability to say, all right, let's do 50, let's do 60.
Yeah, right. Percent capacity, and I mean, but that's just where we're gonna get at, because once the government says Texas is open, Texas government has said Texas is open. There's no restrictions on businesses or any of that shit anymore. Right. So the shows are gonna be back to full capacity because it's what they said you can do. So I don't think people are gonna keep taking that precaution, at least not for long. Some people might, but I don't think it's gonna stick around long. Unless
how long
that,
do you think? I see it lasting like limited mask and force capacities, like people
2 months till the first festival.
I was gonna say like 2-3
till the first festival. When the first festival happens, that's gonna set the standard. So if at whatever, I don't know what the first festival that's come. I don't know if it's Ubby. I don't know if that's the soonest one.
I think it is because it's
nationally that's gonna be the soonest one to happen is Ubby W. That's what I'm saying. Not just
nationally.
Probably not overseas. I mean,
well, I don't know
like
about over there. I know they've been throwing shit overseas. I don't know.
I think it's Ubby.
Okay, but you get the point. Whatever that first one is going to set the standard. It's like if there's stuff comes back from that festival and it's just looks like a normal festival with like nobody wearing a mask and people crammed in at these giant stages and all that, then that's what it's going to go back to because it's open, so it can. It can, right? It can. People, they're saying you can do this, so it will, because I mean, the festivals want to make their money too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just going to go back to however that first one goes, I think. And then if the first festival has 15,000 people at it with no masks, you think any local production company here or anywhere else is going to be like, oh, let's still go 50%? Fuck no. They're going to be, fuck no.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, let's sell all these tickets and sell this bitch out and whatever.
Go back to normal.
Yeah.
Get
That's
the
exactly
bag.
what's going to happen.
Unless we get an uptick in COVID.
Like another spike or another wave.
Well, facts. And that's honestly, I want that to happen. Like, I want things to go back to fucking totally normal and all that. I just don't like how, especially in Texas, they were just like
so eager just to say fuck it, go.
They were just like everything is open and we don't care who's vaccinated and who's not.
Yeah, because
Like,
weren't
bitch,
we the
what?
last ones to go into like little lockdown?
Yes, shutdowns. Well, I don't know. When I moved here, I know that Texas went into lockdown. It was like 5 months after I moved here. Texas was shut down. I was like, this fucking
we were
blows.
like one of the last ones to go into lockdown and one of the first ones to open back up.
And right, I'm saying it was only 2 weeks here before they were like, you can go to the store, 50% capacity, you just gotta wear a mask. You can go anywhere, 50% capacity, you gotta wear a mask. Which, I mean, whatever, bro. Like, people still gotta live their lives and stuff like that. I just think it's priorities a little bit is where I have an issue with it. Because it's like, where are your priorities if you, like...
And the money, duh.
But I'm talking now I'm talking about fans, bro. It's like you're gonna buy a ticket to go to this festival, and they come home and go see your grandparents.
Well, that's what you hope that they at least quarantine.
I'm like, yeah, because like, what are you gonna do? You come
like,
home and what if you get somebody sick? Now what?
I feel like it also depends on like people's fear of the actual COVID itself.
Which
some people just don't even care about it.
Yeah, yeah, no, somebody definitely don't care. And that's why I said earlier, I had that shit twice. It fucking sucks. I didn't die. Like, I will survive if I get COVID again. I'm not worried about COVID killing me. I'm not, like, terrified of COVID or anything like that. But I definitely don't want to get that shit again, bro. I'm like, I had to miss work for 2 weeks. Yeah.
Family members or...
True.
Facts. I am all for COVID being something that we look at as history, but I just, like, I don't know. It's like the flu. Like, if 1 year everybody was just like, nah, we're not going to get the flu vaccine, I'd be like, what the fuck? What do you mean? Or is everybody going to get the flu now? Like, let's just get everybody vaccinated and then be over with the shit. Why not?
Yeah.
Hopefully by Ubby, I feel
More
like
people, will be
just because it's going to be
vaccinated.
readily available too, but just because it's going to be, like, open, I guess, in terms of, like, vaccinations, it's going to be open to everybody as of, like, tomorrow.
See, and I don't know where it is, like, or how it is everywhere else. Like, some other states could have been vaccinating everybody, you know what I'm saying? But I just remember here in Dallas, it was like, either you're old or you're essential.
Right.
Or you don't get a vaccine.
Yeah.
And I was like...
My grandma was able to get a vaccine.
My grandpa was too in Missouri, but, like, I don't think my mom could get one.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't there, like, a 2-week period in between dosages? They have to wait? I think it's 2
I don't know
weeks.
anything about that either.
So different companies came out with different methods. So some are like you get both doses right then. Some are you get one dose right now, a dose maybe a week or two later.
I just
Because I know you still have to wait like 2 weeks after for you
to
for
get
your
out
immunity.
right.
See, you know the soap brand Johnson. I think it's Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson and Johnson.
They came out with
a vaccine. Yep.
Like, how the fuck they know that?
They got scientists too, bro. They make all kinds of shit.
No, so where I was gonna go with this is that, you know, let's say people are able to get it as of tomorrow, the 29th. Oh, it isn't until like the middle of April,
right?
I think you still have like, you know, that 2 weeks, and then you still have like another 2 weeks after until you're fully. Well, not fully immune, but you're still, you know, immune
right?
against
Yeah,
it
you're vaccinated now, right? Yeah, right. I get what you're saying.
You could still get COVID even if you're vaccinated.
I mean, you can still get the flu if you get a flu vaccine.
I got the flu.
So
I got a shot for the flu and then got the flu right after because of the shot.
So where I'm trying to go with this is that is Ubby technically like a safe festival to go to even if you're vaccinated? You have to get vaccinated basically a month before the festival to be fully. To have, you know, the high peak immunity.
I don't know. I don't want to be that guy that like weighs or has a strong opinion of whether or not it's safe because I'm
just talking shit.
I know. I'm like sure. It's if all the people that go to Ubby Dubby, like if 50% get COVID, which that would be terrible, and I'm like not asking for that. You know what I'm saying? They would all be people around our age, right? So it's not like, I mean, there might be some old people that go, I don't know, I'm not being ageist or whatever, but like it's gonna be people our age. So like it's not gonna kill anybody that's our age. You know what I'm saying? If they get COVID,
we're just gonna get really sick, and that's
right. But so does that mean it's safe or like not safe, or are there going to be enough people vaccinated? There's too many ifs, ands, or buts with all that shit. It's just like they're gonna throw the festivals because people
it's already
said,
locked in. Everybody
exactly.
Locked in, everybody
people said it was open. So going forward, it's just kind of gonna be this is how it is. Like it's gonna be, I don't know.
It's gonna be interesting to see the outcome.
It is gonna be
interesting
because it's like, is it just gonna be festivals will be slightly different, and then there will be like two ways. Like you have festivals, and then you have what festivals look like after COVID, and then this is just what we do from now on. Whatever this ends up looking like, I still don't know what it's gonna look like. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, I don't know.
It might look like it did before. Who fucking knows? We'll see. It might be exactly the same as it used to be before, and everybody's just like, okay, but I don't know. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna wear my mask. I've been saying that. I'm like, I'm not trying to get that shit again.
Yeah, for sure.
All I know is I'm not too worried. People can.
Yeah, I'm not.
They could have like a fat ass orgy in the middle of the pit. I don't give a fuck.
I'm not going either.
Chase, how are we doing on time? That'd be a good way to end it.
Oh shit! Massive orgy in the middle of the mosh pit. Time. It just ends right there.
Yeah. So, any last shout outs? Anything you want to cover before we end this?
Shout out all the homies. I feel like I did a bunch of shout outs last time. Shout out Rhythm Squad. Shout out Paths. Shout out 48. Shout out everybody that makes these little podcasts possible. I love you guys. This was fun.
Any collabs? Any IDs in the works? Any label releases again? EPs coming out soon?
Shows.
I'm working on a collab EP with Masta and I might be working on another one with the homie Glotty. It's kind of like just waiting. Once I get my computer, I feel like I'm just gonna start going
all out.
hard. So yeah, I feel like I might have a lot more stuff coming. And then, like I said earlier, I'm gonna be doing one original a month on my SoundCloud. So yeah.
So keep it locked. We got Thicc Boy with the Y Wubs here in the cut.
Yes, sir.
Andy Honcho will have the 48, the 8, and the 40. Danny Pass, your host for the Rhythm Squad podcast, even though I'm not officially the host, but these guys just want to
He's the main
just want to deem me as
He's the
the
main
host.
host. Don't
Make
get
sure,
twisted.
make sure to keep it locked. Make sure to check out Thicc Boy Connor. His information down below. Everything's going to be linked down in the description. Make sure to keep an eye out on him. And yeah, I don't think we got anything else.
Also, shout out Chase behind the camera.
Running the angles. So yeah, season 3, episode 5, Thicc Boy Part 2 is a wrap. See you on the next one. Bye.
Rhythm gang flex. Rhythm squad.